Alrighty, so since we're all cooped up inside these days, I thought I would share my patio with you guys. So this is where I have my coffee and where I do all my nice, wonderful outdoorsy stuff with getting to be socially isolated at the same time. Woohoo! So there's one technique that I wanted to break down for you guys right away, and that is the bioenergetic shaking. I did not even realize that this is actually like a real thing that people do. It's actually a technique. I thought that it was just one of the weird things that my body constantly asked me for. I have been doing this exercise, for, oh wow, probably about 25 years. So back when I started taking belly dancing and we were working on pelvic drops and things like this, that's actually where I started doing it. And a little bit of oversharing here, during my girly times of the month, that exercise of just really letting all of this go here and shaking in the organs actually would help with the whole cramp thing. What this eventually turned into is actually what I learned at the retreat that I went to in Spain this summer is called bioenergetic shaking. And so I've been doing this in one form or another for a really long time. Now using it really specifically in the way that they taught us at the retreat. I'm going to put some links to Ronya's wonderful practice, 22 minutes of bliss, and this all of the practices that we do in my system go perfectly actually in her 22 minutes of bliss. So this is kind of a nice little side practice that you can get started doing that, and I will link to those. If you look up this practice, there are all sorts of good health benefits that other people are finding. For me personally, it is a really good way for me to wake up and just really get invigorated. One of my favorite things to do is to do this thing first thing right when I wake up, like I get out of bed and do it. That's one of the times I do it. I do this constantly during my 30-minute alarms when I'm sitting at the computer or I'm editing for a really long period of time. Every single 30 minutes that I do, I have a responsibility alarm and I get up and I do something physical, even if it's just, for 30 seconds, whatever, do a couple leg lifts, do a little stretch. This is one of the practices that I do a lot. And it really just, it gets all the energy going. A lot of times if my hips are out of alignment, I will do this exercise. I'll do a more extended period if that's what I'm trying to do, is to get my spine to release, my low back to release. Sometimes it will actually put my hips where they really need to go, and it'll provide a lot of relief in my low back. On my playlist that I will also link to, I've got a whole bunch of songs that I personally love to shake to. Some of them are really short. Soundtrack things are wonderful for finding short little good shakes. The Tron soundtrack is one that I use a lot, and and Stranger Things. Yeah, see what a big geek that I am. Yeah, so those are on the playlist. Also, like a lot of good trancey or electronica stuff, those kind of songs I really like, and so I will link to that playlist so you guys can get started right away with any kind of songs that you like, and then branch out and find your own which rhythm that your body really likes to shake at.